Hey guys, this is Esther. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I will be doing the tutorial on how to make this book card. Last video, I showed you the inside and everything of this super easy book card. And I asked if you guys wanted to see a tutorial and you guys answered yes. So here it is. I will leave the video of this book card in the description box below just in case you want to go back and look at it, or if you haven't seen it. And these are the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a cutter, you're going to need washi tape, you're going to need a book, which is like your main thing, and you're going to need some scrap paper. Not really scrap paper, but like 8.5 by 11 cardstock is what you'll need, and of course all your elements to decorate your book card. Okay, so you're going to take your cover off your book. What you're going to do is you are going to take the very first page and you're going to leave that one. You're not going to cut that one, but then you're going to come in and you're going to start cutting all the inside pages. So I took my blade, your X-Acto knife, whatever, and I got as close as I could to the edge. I started chopping away. And all you do is you just keep slicing and slicing, and you'll see you'll start getting like quite a few at a time. So let me go ahead and do mine in like fast forward it so you don't have to sit here watching me take out paper, but you see how I'm doing it. We should have all our pages out. Now, this was a new blade that I just opened. That coupled with my brute strength that apparently I didn't know I had, I totally cut through the book. But you see, you leave the first page, and then this is what your inside will look like. Now, I haven't gone and cleaned it up, but if you have like these really chunky pieces, you could just use your blade, or you can use your scissors and just cut it and make it all as even as possible. And like I said, I totally cut through the book. But you know what? We're gonna work with it because one, I don't have another book, and two, that's what we crafters do. We fix our mistakes by crafting. So I'm gonna go ahead and just clean this up a little. Okay, so I cleaned it up, and what I actually did is I just took the whole middle part out. With the other book, I didn't do that because I wasn't Hulk back then, so I didn't rip through spine piece. I don't know what it's called. So I didn't take it off. So you can take it off completely like I've done, or you can leave it on. Just make sure that it's all nice and in one level. So the next step you're going to do, guys, is you're going to take this one page that you left and you're going to glue it down to this part. So you're going to take the paper that you left, you're going to open it up, and then you're just going to glue it down. Make sure that you fold your book or close your book so that you know where you're going to want to, you can do with your finger, you can do with your bone folder, whatever. Kind of mark that little indentation. You can see it there so that it can open and close nicely without ripping your paper. If you happen to rip through your book like I did, another thing you can do before you glue this page down, you can take clear packing tape and kind of wrap it around your whole book to secure it together. Sheesh, look at that. It looks like Freddy Krueger attacked, or Wolverine. Once you've done this, what you're going to do is you're going to want to start building your frame. So you're going to take your regular 8.5 by 11 cardstock. This is like the worst part of the worst. If you know me, if you've been part of our tiny family for a while, you know that I'm mostly a thug crafter, and by thug crafter I mean that I kind of guesstimate everything. But for this book, we can't. We actually have to use a ruler and measure. So let's do that. And you're going to measure from that fold, from where the book, let me bring it up close. You're going to measure from right here, not all the way to the end, but right here, you're going to see that little bump or indentation where the spine ends and then the book starts. You're going to measure from there to the edge of this white paper. Now you can go ahead and come all the way to the edge, but I like to leave that little extra because it looks like a real book, because the majority of books, that's how it is. Like, it has that little extra lip. I'm gonna have to cut my paper 5.5 plus those 3 little lines by 7. That's gonna be the measurement. Always do it by 7. Whatever your book measures, by 7. Now for the pages that are gonna come out through here, we're gonna measure from this end of the paper to this end of the paper. Again, you can cover the whole thing if you want, but it looks more realistic or more true to a book if you leave the little lip. Okay, so it measures 9, so I'm gonna do, my paper has to measure 9 by 7. So whatever your measurements are, it has to be by 7. So let me go ahead and measure and cut my paper. So now my pieces are cut out, so you're going to need 2 of each size. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and you are going to score every 1/2 inch, and then you're going to do a mountain valley fold, or like an accordion fold. If you have a scoreboard, that's great and you can use it, but if you're like me and you don't have a big scoreboard, you can either do the little one and kind of flip it over and turn it and do all kinds of acrobats to get those folds. Or what I used to do is I used to measure wherever I had to fold, and then do the same on the other side, and then draw a very light line, and then I would fold. And I would fold everything by hand like that because I didn't have a scoreboard. I still don't have a big scoreboard. I have a little scoreboard, but that I make it work. So another tip that I have before you start that is you're going to want to measure up here every 1/2 inch, because you're going to accordion fold like this, because this is your bottom part, like this. Because if you accordion fold like this, you're not going to be able to fit a page like that. So be careful how you measure and how you accordion fold. And for this one, I'm going to make sure that I measure every 1/2 inch here and accordion fold this way. Otherwise, if I do it the other way, it's not going to fit there and it's not going to fit here. So you're going to have a wasted paper. Okay, once your pieces are all done, here comes the part that I kind of dreaded about this tutorial, because as you know, I have a hard time explaining things that are normal. Now, I don't know the technical terms to this. I hope that you guys understand me. Okay, so let's get started. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna have to put these all together into a frame or into your square. We are going to have to interlock all the pieces. So you're gonna take your bottom or the side piece, and you're gonna take your top piece of your book, and you're just going to interlock them. It varies from person to person, but for me, I kind of just stick it in like every valley fold. I stick it in, and I know that's where it goes. I know that Wanda does it different in her video, but you see, and I kind of didn't measure good here, so I have this little overlapping lip, which really doesn't matter because I'm going to come in with my scissors and just chop it off. So yeah, it's no big deal. So what you do next is you're going to glue this flap. Let me see. You're going to glue your last flap to your last accordion thing. I don't know what it's called again. I don't know technical terms. I hope you understand. You're going to glue it down and you're going to hold it so it could dry. Glue there, and then I'm going to, and then try to stick it in. You stick it in and down as far as you can. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. I added my glue. And then you guys, you can use tape, but you guys know how I feel about double-sided tape. And then I move on to the next part. And I do the exact same thing. The way that Wanda shows it is like, I think, easier, But this is just how easy it is for me. And so I push it all the way in, push it all the way down, and yay, we're in. And then I glue it. I add a little bit of glue and I hold it. I flip it. I add my glue. I close it and I add my clip to it. Now we're going to add the last piece together. And again, I'm going to go wherever I see a little valley or a little mountain, I put one in. I put one in, and that's how I do it. Okay, and you see I have a little extra flap. No problem, y'all. We're just gonna cut it off once it's all nice and dry. Okay, and then we do the last one. Okay. I'm going to put this to the side and let it dry. If you're going to put a background paper, if you're going to color on this or do anything on this, you need to do it before you put on your frame. I know that this is a camping paper, pero my project is just a whole bunch of little houses, just cute houses, and I was inspired by the Planner Society because her March kit is like just beautiful little houses, and I thought, how adorbs. Okay, so before I put my frame down, let me put my washi, and then y'all, I will be pretty much done, and then it's just decorating however we want. If you're new to our tiny family, you know that I love to put glue before I put on my washi tape, because washi tape, as cute as it is, it does not hold for nothing. This, look at. Now you want to make sure that you add enough glue so that it doesn't, you know, come popping off. See, that's what it's gonna look like. That's what the side looks like. Ta-da! And just like that, guys, you have done your card book base. Now all you have to do is you have to go in and you know, if you want to put another decorative piece of paper, if you want to write your sentiment in here instead of, because it is a card, the front, you can paint it, you can add fabric, you can cover it with paper, you can leave it as is to make it look like a book. I like to put fabric on the spine of mine, but you don't have to. You can as well paint it. You can add paper, you can add washi. Just make sure that you put like another adhesive on top, otherwise it's going to come off. You can put duct tape. You can do anything you want to cover it and decorate it, but for the most part the base is done. So now all I'll have to go back and do is decorate and put what I want and make my little neighborhood of little wonky houses. And I will not show you that until my next project share video, because it is a swap and I want to show you the complete swap that I made for her. Plus, if she sees this video, I don't want her to see what it is. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Again, I'm sorry. I hope that I can edit this video down to be 10 minutes or less. If not, I'm sorry. I try not to make videos that are too long, and I hope that you guys give this book card a try. Miss Wanda from Miss Wandy's Suite was my inspiration. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. I hope that you guys like this video, and if you haven't yet, subscribe and join our tiny family. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.